Hello students, good morning and welcome to another lecture of physics. Now in this video lecture we are going to discuss about angle of declination, right? We are going to discuss about angle of declination. For angle of declination, or in order to understand what is angle of declination, we should know certain physical quantities, right? We should have some idea regarding magnetic meridian and geographical meridian, right? So what is magnetic meridian, what is geographical meridian, longitudes, latitudes of the earth, right? These all things we are going to discuss in our this video lecture. Along with this, we are also going to solve few examples based on these concepts, right? So let us start our today's video lecture on magnetic meridian, geographical meridian and angle of declination. Angle of declination. So what is angle of declination? For that we should know what is magnetic meridian and what is geographical meridian. So let us consider Earth somewhere over here. Let us say this is Earth, right? And this line, we know that this is geographical north and geographical south. Now suppose if you are standing somewhere, suppose at this location where I am standing, one line will be passing to that point, which will intersect north and south. That we will have a circle. So I am standing on a circle which intersects north and south of the, or geographical north and south of the earth, right? So suppose somewhere over here I am standing, right? So if you draw a circle connecting north and south, this will be the circle connecting my location as well as north and south of the earth. So this line, these vertical lines are known as longitudes. These vertical lines are known as longitudes, right? So I am standing somewhere over here. So these vertical lines are known as longitudes. These longitudes are present everywhere on the surface of earth, right? Now if you connect this location, if you draw a plane, let us say if we draw a plane which passes to our location, right, and contains geographical north and south, this plane, right? So if we draw a plane which passes to our location, right, and contains geographical north and south, then this plane is known as geographical meridian. This is known as geographical meridian. Clear? In the same way, we have magnetic north and magnetic south also. We know that this will be our magnetic north and this is magnetic south. Clear? Magnetic north and magnetic south. Obviously, we have already discussed that both are not same. Magnetic north and geographical north are not same. Right? Now, we are standing somewhere over here, same location. Let us say we are standing somewhere over here. Then if we draw a plane which will contain this point, as well as magnetic north and south, will be known as magnetic meridian. Say for example, if I will draw like this, then this plane which I have drawn, which contains our location as well as magnetic north and south, will be magnetic meridian, right? Obviously, at the same time, all the longitudes will be present for magnetic north and south also. This will be known as magnetic longitudes. These are all magnetic longitudes, right? In the same way, we do have longitude for geographical north and south, right? So this will be magnetic meridian. This portion which I have drawn over here, this one, will be known as magnetic meridian. So if we draw geographical meridian, at a given place. Let us say this is geographical meridian, right? And let us say somewhere over here, this portion, right, is our magnetic meridian. This is our magnetic meridian. Then the angle between these two meridian will be known as angle of declination. Angle of declination, right? If we consider a magnetic needle which is free to rotate anywhere on the surface of Earth, right, then it will always align itself pointing towards magnetic north and magnetic south. Here we are already knowing this, right? So let us say if we align a magnetic needle, if we have a magnetic needle which is kept at certain place, is pointing in this direction, then we can say that this must be magnetic south and this will be magnetic north. Now at the same place we do have geographical north and south. Let us say this is geographical north and this is geographical south. So obviously the angle made by this needle with the geographical north will also be known as angle of declination A. Right? Because the needle will always be magnetic meridian, right? And this plane, if we draw a plane over here, that will be geographical meridian. So angle made by magnetic needle with geographical north-south with vertical will be known as angle of declination. Clear? Quite simple topic. Now if we consider Earth somewhere over here, let us say this is Earth. Then this line will represent geographical north and this will be geographical south. And this will be magnetic north and this is magnetic south. Now if you place a needle over here, obviously it is going to align itself in this direction. So this will be angle of declination. Now as you move towards the pole, somewhere over here, the angle will keep on increasing because it will point in this direction. The needle will point in this direction. So this will be angle of declination. Right? As you move towards the pole, angle of declination will increase. And as you move towards the equator, angle of declination will decrease, right? So angle of declination is more towards the pole and it is less towards the equator. Clear? So this is angle of declination, right? Angle made by magnetic meridian, angle made between magnetic meridian and geographical meridian will be known as angle of declination. Okay? Now the next example which we are going to solve is unsolved example 5.10. Unsolved example 5.10. In this example, it is given that we have a magnetic needle A magnetic needle free to rotate in a vertical plane parallel to magnetic meridian has its north tip pointing down at 22 with the horizontal. Pointing down at 22 means this is angle of dip given. So you can say that given angle of dip is 22 degree with the horizontal. The horizontal components of Earth magnetic field, the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field at the place is known to be 0.36 Gauss. So BH, horizontal component, is given as 35 Gauss. 0.35 Gauss. Determine the magnitude of Earth's magnetic field at the place. You have to find the value of Earth's magnetic field at that place. That is, you have to find B. We have solved a similar kind of example, right? So here we know that BH equal to B cos phi. So this implies that B will be equal to BH over cos phi. So this will be equal to, now BH is 0.35 over cos 22 degree. So this will be equal to 0.35 over. So value of cos 22, how will you find? Actually you have to use, or you have to convert cos into sine. That is sine 90 minus theta will be equal to cos theta, right? Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So sine 90 degree minus 22 degree will be equal to cos 22 degree. So sine 90 minus 22 it will be 68. So that will be equal to sine 68 degree, right? 68 degree. So we have to find value of sine 68 degree. So if you use a log table having natural sine, the value of sine 68 will be 0.9272. 0.9272. So B will be equal to, so therefore B will be equal to 0.35 divided by 0.9272. So if we use calculator, 0.35 divided by 0.9272. So this will be equal to 0.37748. Or you can write this is equal to nearly 0.38 cos. So value of magnetic field at that place will be 0.38 cos. Pause this, we can copy this. Next we are going to discuss unsolved example 5.11. So unsolved example 5.11. At a certain location in Africa, a compass points 12 degrees west of geographical north. The north tip, the magnetic needle of the deep circle placed in the plane of magnetic meridian, points 60 degrees above the horizontal. The horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is measured to be 0.16 Gauss. Specify the direction and magnitude of the Earth's field at this location. So in this example, you can see that the north tip of the magnetic needle of a deep circle is placed in the plane of magnetic meridian 0.60 degree above the horizontal. Means if this is the needle which is placed in magnetic meridian, then it makes an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. This is the angle given. So obviously this is nothing but angle of deep. So you can say that given angle of deep equal to 60 degree. And the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field BH is given as 0.16 Gauss. Specify direction and magnitude of Earth's magnetic field. We have to find B, magnitude of Earth's magnetic field, as well as we have to specify its direction. Now you can see here we have to use same formula which we have used in previous example. That is, the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is B cos phi. So therefore B will be equal to BH over cos phi. Now BH is 0.16 over cos 60 degree. So that is 0.16 and cos 60 is 1 by 2. So 2 will go up. So B will be equal to 0.32 cos. 16 into 2 is 32. So 0.32 cos. This will be the magnitude of magnetic field. Now we have to find direction. So it is already given the direction of magnetic field is always from north to south. So the magnetic field at a given point is 12 degree west of geographical meridian and 60 degree upward with the horizontal 60 degree upward with the horizontal, right? So we can say that the direction of magnetic field at a given point is 12 degree west of geographical meridian and 60 degree upward with the horizontal from south to north direction in magnetic meridian. The direction will be from south to north, right? We know that this will be the north and this will be the south. So magnetic field lines will be from south to north. Clear? Copy this fast. Now the next unsolved example which we are going to discuss is unsolved example 5.13. Question already got lengthy here, so I have already written that question so that we can save some time. A short bar magnet placed in a horizontal plane has its axis aligned along the magnetic north-south direction. Null points are found on the axis of the magnet at 14 cm from the center of the magnet. The magnetic field at that place is 0.36 Gauss and angle of dip is 0. What is the total magnetic field on the normal bisector of the magnet at the same distance? So, it is given that let us say the magnetic field is along this direction. This is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field at a given place. Right. Angle of dip is given as 0. So angle of dip is given as 0. Then the magnetic field, the Earth's magnetic field at the place is 0.36 Gauss. And this is horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field BH. So we know that BH, let us write capital H, BH equal to B cos phi. So this will be B into cos 0. So B is 0.36 into cos 0 is 1. So horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field at that place will also be 0.36 Gauss. Now in this we have placed a bar magnet. Let us say here we have placed a bar magnet. Now a short bar magnet is placed in a horizontal plane has its axis aligned along the magnetic north-south direction. यहाँ पे ध्यान देना बहुत ही important चीज है, right? Otherwise you will make a mistake over here. This is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. हमें पता है कि magnetic field lines starts from north to south, right? And the end of the magnetic needle pointing towards the north is known as north. So this will be the north and this will be the south, right? So you can see that magnetic field lines will emerge out from the north pole of the bar magnet. So here for a bar magnet, magnetic field lines will be in this direction. You can say that it will be something like this, right? This will be the direction of magnetic field. So here it will be entering inside and here it will be coming out. So clearly you can see that for this axis, let us draw a dotted line over here. For this line, this will be the direction of horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field BH, and this is the direction of magnetic field B. Right? Both are equal in along the axis, right? Along the axis of a bar magnet, magnetic field of a bar magnet, let us say B of magnet and B of horizontal component, both are in opposite direction. In the same way here also, magnetic field of horizontal component is in this direction. This is BH, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field, you can see, right? But the magnetic field of a bar magnet is in this direction. B of magnet is in this direction. Here, so you can say that both these field along the axis of a bar magnet are in opposite direction. Now, what do you mean by null point? Null point is a point where the magnetic field becomes zero. That is, the resultant magnetic field will become zero. The resultant magnetic field of what? Kiski resultant. So you can say that the resultant magnetic field means the magnetic field due to horizontal component and the magnetic field of a bar magnet adds up to give zero. Why zero? क्योंकि दोनों का direction opposite है, both are in opposite direction. So if this is the null point, मान लो ये point P, right, and this point is P dash, then point P and P dash will be known as null point. You can write in figure point P and P dash are null point. Why? Because the magnetic field due to the bar magnet and the horizontal components of Earth's magnetic field both are in opposite direction. So point P and point P dash are the null point. So we'll write somewhere over here. From figure, we can say that point P and P dash are null points. Why null points? Because magnetic field due to horizontal of components of Earth's magnetic field will be equal to magnetic field of a bar magnet and are in opposite direction. मैंने बहुत शॉर्ट में लिख दिया है. You have to write properly. That from figure we can say that point P and P dash are null points because the magnetic field due to horizontal components of Earth's magnetic field and the magnetic field of a bar magnet are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, and hence the resultant magnetic field will be zero. So you can say that therefore B of magnet, what is formula for a bar magnet along the axis, will be equal to B of axis, you can say, and that is equal to B of H, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. So this implies that B of axis, what is formula for B of axis? Mu 0 over 4 pi 2m by r cube. Mu 0 over 4 pi 2m by r cube, and that is equal to 0.36 Gauss. Right? So you write 0.36 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. Right? Let this be equation number 1. Here m is also unknown and we want to find r. Because what is the total magnetic field at the normal bisector of a magnet at the same distance? That is from the center of the magnet. Let us say if this is the center of the magnet, then this distance is r. We have assumed that this distance is r. So at the same distance, what will be the magnetic field at the perpendicular bisector? Means at the equatorial point. So let us say this point is Q, right, which is at a distance r from the center of the bar magnet. Same way you can draw downward direction also. Now you can clearly see that the magnetic field of a magnet, is in this direction. You can see that if you draw a tangent at this point, then this will be the magnetic field of a magnet. And you can also see that this is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. In the same way, here also magnetic field of a magnet will be in this direction, and horizontal components of Earth's magnetic field both are in same direction. Let us say this point is Q dash. So at point Q and Q dash in figure, at point Q and Q dash, magnetic field of a bar magnet, that is B of equator, that is equatorial point, right? B of equator is equal magnetic field of a bar magnet at equator and Horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field are in same direction. Are in same direction. Our magnitude may or may not be equal, right? So therefore the resultant magnetic field BR for resultant will be B of equator plus B of horizontal. Now this is equal to, what is formula for B of equator? Mu 0 over 4 pi m by r cube plus BH. So if you multiply and divide by 2, so 1 by 2 into mu 0 over 4 pi 2 m by r cube plus BH. Why we have multiplied and divided by 2? Because from equation 1, this is nothing but BH only, right? So if you multiply by 2 and divide by 2, this will be, this term in the bracket is BH, you can check, right? This is BH, BH and B of x's are equal. So this is BH by 2 plus BH. So if you take LCM, 3BH by 2, so that is equal to 3 by 2 into 0.36. So 2 divide 0.36 divided by 2 is 0.18. 0.18 into 3 is 18 into 3 is 54. So 0.54 goes. The answer will be 0.54 goes. Quite simple example, right? So we have solved few example based on magnetic deep angle, magnetic inclination, right? Now in next video lecture we are going to discuss few examples which are left in this chapter, right? And I think one more topic is left from this chapter which we will discuss in our next video lecture. Thank you.